The clippers were already buzzing when my mother realized something was wrong. She froze. Then she started crying. Not because she was hurt, but because she finally understood. For years, she had shaved my head to humiliate me. Sent me to school bald. Let other kids destroy me for it. And now, she was sitting in that same chair. Helpless. Asking the same question I once asked myself. How am I supposed to go outside like this? As far back as I can remember, my mother shaved my head. Not once. Not twice. But twice every single year. The ritual always happened at the worst possible time, the last day of winter break or the end of summer vacation. Just in time for school. Just in time for maximum damage. She called it lice prevention. But I knew better. Because no one sends a child to school in a dress, bald as a bowling ball, and pretends it's about hygiene. I was 3 years old the first time she did it. I remember sitting on the bathroom counter, my feet dangling, watching chunks of my hair fall into the sink. I didn't understand why my stomach hurt or why my throat felt tight. I just knew something was wrong. The clippers buzzed. My scalp burned. And my mother smiled. By elementary school, I learned what that smile meant. It meant humiliation. Kids are cruel. They don't need instructions, just an opening. And my mother handed them one, every single year. The whispers started before the bell rang. The laughter followed me down the hallway. Teachers stared but never intervened. I learned to keep my head down, literally. One morning in 4th grade, I wore a dress she picked out. I stared at myself in the mirror before school, bald and shaking, my stomach twisting into knots. By the time I got to school, the nausea won. I ran into the girls' bathroom and threw up. That's when the screaming started. The boys hacked the girls' room. Girls ran out shrieking, convinced a bald head meant danger. I locked myself in a stall, knees to my chest, trying not to cry loud enough for anyone to hear. That was my life. And my mother knew. She enjoyed it. The proof came years later. The last time my mother shaved my head was the first time she shaved my sisters. They had golden hair. Golden reputations. Golden treatment. When they got teased, the head shaving stopped immediately. No more lice prevention. No more excuses. Just like that. That's when it clicked. This was never about hygiene. This was about power. The hair was only the beginning. There were beatings. There was neglect. There were things done to me by adults who should have protected me. Some of the scars are still on my body. And when I begged my mother for help, she looked the other way. Sometimes because it benefited her. Sometimes because she couldn't be bothered. Sometimes because hurting me made her feel powerful. She called herself a victim. Used her mental illness as a shield. But victims don't enjoy watching their child suffer. I left the moment I could. No dramatic goodbye. No closure. Just survival. Distance didn't heal everything, but it gave me air. Then one day, my phone rang. It was my mother. Her voice was oddly soft. She asked for help. Wouldn't explain why. Just said, I need you to cut my hair. Something in my chest tightened. When I arrived, I understood immediately. She'd tried to cut her own hair, with dog shears. Her buzzers had broken. She had shaved a 2-inch strip around her hairline and destroyed the rest. It looked like a bad comedy sketch. She was panicking. Begging me to fix it. Her thick ginger hair, the hair she'd always been so proud of, was ruined. And suddenly, I was 9 years old again. Standing in front of a mirror. Bald. Terrified. She said, "Please. Save it." I smiled. "Sure, Mom." I brought my own tools. Professional. Clean. Sharp. I sat her down. draped the cape around her shoulders, turned on the clippers. Bzzzzzzz. She didn't notice at first. But I did. Every inch that fell felt like something loosening inside my chest. Years of shame. Years of silence. Years of swallowed rage. She started crying halfway through. Wait, what are you doing? I didn't stop. Because she never stopped. When I finished, I handed her the mirror. She stared. Her mouth fell open. Her hands flew to her head. She sobbed. How am I supposed to go outside like this? I looked her dead in the eyes. And said calmly, I went to school like that. And I'm still breathing. The silence was perfect. No screaming. No apologies. Just understanding. For the first time in her life. She felt what she did to me. And I felt free. Revenge doesn't always heal you. But sometimes. It closes a door. And lets you finally walk forward without carrying the past on your head. If this story hit you in the chest, tap that like button so more people hear it. Drop a comment and tell us, was this justice or cruelty? And don't forget to subscribe to Storks Daily for more real, raw revenge stories that prove karma doesn't forget.